On est design studio.
You know, it's kind of crazy how quickly you grow up, you know, like, so I'm in New York right now, and, like, when I first came to New York, I was 23, and, I feel like I was so young back then, you know, it was like my first job out of college. COVID happened, and I'm like here in New York, and that was like a really great year, and like, you know, made a lot of friends, stuff like that. So that was like 23, and now I'm like, what, 27. I went from like starting my job in my early 20s, and now I'm in my late 20s, and yeah, I don't really know how to think about that, to be honest, because like I observed like everyone who I used to work with, like they're not there at the company I used to work with anymore. There are a lot of people I wanted to see who I wasn't able to see because of like one reason or another, and yeah, it's kind of like crazy to think about, to be honest. Like like this entire like networking thing, right, where you're just like maintaining connections, building new ones. It's like fine. It's, you know, just part of the professional process. But I don't know. Like, it feels weird that this much time has passed because on one hand, like, yeah, I'm like a much different person now than I was before. I've grown a lot. I've, you know, made friends and lost friends and all of that, but it's still a really weird feeling to be back in New York, you know, like when you're in proximity to like, you know, the things that have been so informative for you, where like we only have like a finite amount of like first things in life, you know, like you only have like one first job, and this is where I had my first job, and like first like real job, you know, not like shit you do in high school to make extra money to like buy Wawa coffee and sandwiches during like the school year, but like actual money, you know, where you can like afford to pay your own rent, your utilities, taxes, stuff like that. it's like it all happened here, you know. This is probably gonna be my last time in New York for a really long time, and it's kind of sad, honestly, because like I have so many memories here, and then like each time I come back around this time, like I usually come back for one conference or another around like end of May, early June, every single year, and it's like I've done that for the past 3 years. In fact, I've been in New York for the past like 4 years because yeah, that's just like how I like one time it was in my previous job, and then 3 times now in my new job for conferences. And this place has a lot of like memory, you know. It contains like my growth, it contains my inception, like all this like professional success I built was like built around like New York, you know. Like I like spent so much time here. Yeah, like you always like see, like you see people I used to know, and you're like, you like you grow, but like you observe your growth through like seeing how stagnant other people can be, you know. It's just like in my time at my previous company, like I see, like I leave, I see the people around me leave, I see new people join, and then like on the other side, I like see people who join after me leave, you know. It's just like this, it's just like it's like a cycle, you know. It's just people come in and out of these things all the time, and it's a bit crazy to think about. Like I realize I'm not really young anymore, you know. Like when I was at my old job, I was like young. I was like, you know, the associate in my associate class, and now I'm just kind of like a client, and like it hits different. Like your priorities change, your social circle changes. There's like yeah, there's just a lot of change, and yeah, I don't really know what to think about it. It's just like you should always embrace change. That's something I once told someone, but like it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like bad either, you know. Like change is just like something people go through, and you don't really realize like the extent of your change unless you've like you know, like changed, or like at least until you like observe like people who, you know, don't change, and then you're able to, or at least change in different ways, and then you're able to approximate your change relative to them. It's like I don't know, it's just like a weird thought, if I'm being really honest. Like Like, your life is so filled with like possibilities early in life. And then gradually you kind of have to like focus on one thing or another. You know, you can't do everything that you want to do anymore. You know, like at a certain point you kind of can't do everything that you want to do. You have to make sacrifices one way or another. But when you're young, you always don't feel like you're ready to do the things that you want to do. You know, and you're always in this kind of like weird moral dilemma where like you don't feel ready to do the things that you want to do, but you also like you also don't want to be late to do the things that you want to do. Like, the things I wanted when I was like 22 are so different from the things I want now. Like, you can change so much in such a short period of time. Like, the person I was when I graduated college isn't the same person I am right now. And the person I am when I began college was very different from the person I was when I graduated college. Yeah, it catches up to you slowly. Just like the change of it all. Relating that back to this. I was doing a lot of thinking about like internal versus like externally driven people. Like I feel like some people are very internally driven, and then like some people are very externally driven. And it's more than just like a introversion extroversion thing. It's like I feel like some people focus a lot about like the world, and then like other people focus more on the material world. And then also like what catalyzes change also differs. It seems that some people can catalyze a lot of change from their interior, and then like catalyze a lot experience all these things. It doesn't mean that like the change occurs externally, but then there's this like kind of period where you have to like integrate that change into your life. Like you have to overlay into your personalities more a little bit, and that's kind of how like that's how I process change. And I feel like as it's like some people don't kind of change from things that happen outside of them, or maybe they do, but like they don't really process the change. Like they process it in batches, like a couple months they don't experience any change, and then like sometimes they just experience it all at once. Yeah, they have like an existential crisis or something, and that's all the change they're gonna experience in the next few years. Like some people do that, and that is like a very valid way. Just the night out. So it's 4 a.m. right now. I really miss nights like these. There's like, just like so nice. A lot of good memories. I hope I remember this. Like, I feel like with the journey that I'm about to embark on, it's gonna be like rough for a little bit, but it's nice that there's like still some solace too. Yes. Oh, I think the sun is gonna rise soon. What am I gonna do? I just go back to the hotel. Yeah. Good parking, King. Whee! So I'm in Philly now. This is the mall. No, this wasn't there when I was living in Philly, but now it is. Funny how things just change along with you, you know?
To your own way. Come on, just surrender. Come on. Nobody else can pray this prayer for you.
You know, every time I go back to Philly, I'm always like, I can't wait to get out of Philly. There's just like, I don't know, it's like obviously I grew up here, but like I never really felt at home here. Like never. Like I spent like what, 24 years here, and like it's never like, I never really liked it, to be honest. And like I feel so much more at home when I'm in New York or when I'm in San Francisco. Like Philly is just kind of this place, you know? It's just like, it's like I like grew up here, but it's just like I'm not really proud of the fact that I did. And And like whenever someone asks me where I'm from, I never mention I'm from Philly. And I feel like a lot of people who grew up in cities they're really proud of, like Denver or like Connecticut or like Hawaii, like they're really proud of that, you know, and it's like really cool. But I just never felt the same way about Philly. Super unrelated, but I feel like it feels so nice when you go to an airport and you forget your ID, but then you can still fly anyways because you have clear. I know, it's just pretty nice.